Right now at 10, he was a 16-year-old convicted in a high-profile murder case in 1996 at a Radio Shack. Almeer Nance didn't pull the trigger for his role in that crime. He still received a life sentence on a charge of first-degree murder. Tonight, that teenager is now in his 40s, but a recent Supreme Court ruling could cut down his remaining prison time. For the first time since justices ruled a life sentence for juveniles was cruel and unusual, we are hearing from Almeer Nance from prison. He spoke with reporter Vinay Simlot. Vinay?
One night in Farragut.
One day caused so much pain.
Has preordained every night for the next 26 years for Almeer Nance.
I just wanted to be accepted.
In January of 1996, Nance and Robert Manning robbed a Radio Shack. Manning shot the store clerk, Joseph Ridings. The 16-year-old Nance was also charged with murder and convicted. For the murder, Nance was sentenced to a mandatory 51 years in prison before he had the opportunity for parole. On top of that, he was convicted of aggravated kidnapping from that same night in 1996, an extra 25 years in prison.
He should be 92 years old before he's eligible for parole.
A sentence with almost no hope for Almeer Nance.
It turns you inward when there's nothing outward for you to reach for.
But 26 years into his life sentence, Nance graduated with an associate's degree in business from prison. He's working toward a bachelor's degree, shown in this documentary for Al Jazeera.
I got school coming up, a new semester starting, and I'm looking forward to smoking that thing.
And for the first time in a long time,
the recent rulings have offered me an opportunity, to see some light at the end of the tunnel.
Hope in the form of a Tennessee Supreme Court ruling. Life sentences for juveniles are cruel and unusual, the court says.
I never had an opportunity to be me, to offer any parts of myself.
Hoping he can offer his story as an inspiration, hoping he can make up for that one night 26 years ago.
I want to put forward as many years, as many days, as many months, as many weeks, as much time as possible into trying to right the wrongs.
Vinay joining us now, and again, Vinay, he could be eligible for parole soon.
Yes, the Tennessee Supreme Court ruling says juveniles convicted of murder should be eligible for parole after 25 to 36 years, but tacked onto his murder sentence is another 25 years for that aggravated kidnapping.
Meaning he may need some help from the governor's office.
Yeah, and he's applied for clemency. It would shorten his sentence or make him eligible for parole earlier, but the application first goes to the Board of Parole, then to the governor's office. We asked the governor's office. They say they have not gotten his application yet, John.
Vinay Simlot with the interview and a follow-up to that story. We'll stay on it. Thank you, Vinay.